times when we're able to do that. To remember, to say thank you for your service to all of our veterans. Say thank you.
Thank you, veterans.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you.
For all that you have done. And we're going to do some great things for you on this day with Aces Museum and just celebrating you. So we are just grateful again, thankful for you, for all that you have done and continue to do. So we're going to be just spoiling you today, all of our veterans, because you deserve it.
We love to spoil.
We love you. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Now we have Dr. Hankins.
Now, I'm suffering from a little bit of a challenge, but that's not going to keep me away from 9/11. And we have to tell you a little bit about my personal story.
Okay.
What we need to acknowledge is that we went to the 2 fire departments in our area and to the police department because they ran 2 problems not away. And what we learned today was one of the veterans who was directly involved is actually on our board. And I don't know what Major Gary is, but she was actually at the Pentagon on the day of 9/11. And I don't know if she's up to talking or not. People that don't know, we are also certified by Psych Armor. And Psych Armor is a federal program to help people to work with veterans. And giving events like this does help to support veterans. On 9/11, I was part of the physician group that was called to go to New York to take over for the physicians that we thought would be fatigued from all of the casualties. When I got there, you couldn't go across from New Jersey to New York. It's very important because my family had to take a vote of if I was going or not, and they voted that I should go so that we could represent our values and not have all Muslims intimidated like Japanese were done in World War II. When we got there, it was very sad because we realized there were no survivors. That stays with you. There were no survivors. People were burned to a crisp. So all that dust that people inhaled, some of those were human beings. But what did our firefighters do? What did our veterans do? They ran to help. Now, today is the first time we're having a particular memorial program. And we're going to go into that in a few minutes because 2 of our titans that supported ACES are not with us. One is Cowboy and one is Commander McIntyre. Both their wives are here and they're going to be acknowledged in a few minutes. But before I do that, I got to call somebody up. And this is the director of Historic Germantown. Can we have a clap, please? Now we know we're going to be, people going to come when people come. Okay. Wait, and I need the picture, the one with the Twin Towers. All 3, just leave them, I'll do them later. Leave it there. Leave it there. And I need the picture with the Twin Towers. I'll do it later. This gentleman is directly responsible for us still being open because there were some people that didn't see the vision and he did. So we have something very special from you. Come in. I don't know where everybody is. Commander's over there. He should be doing this.
Giving you a clap, Commander.
All right. You come up here.
You gotta go up everything.
I'm gonna turn the mic over to him as the head of NAVETS and one of the legions behind Aces Museum. I think he should give him the award, not me. Because he helped to save 2 organizations, not to mention the historical building and all the craziness that we do. People that don't know us, we're also a registered veteran support organization since 2009. And prior to COVID, people would actually wheel veterans up, sometimes in their urine, because they had no place else to go. And that's why we changed our slogan to "Every Day is Veterans Day" at Aces. Here, Commander, you want to say some words?
Okay. My name is... Oh, use that one? Oh. Thank you.
Give him the mic.
It's fine?
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm Commander Jim Douglas for
We can't
NAVETS.
hear you, Commander. You gotta talk to the mic.
Okay. All right. I'm Commander Jim Douglas for NAVETS Museum, and we are working together. Okay, even though we have our own VSO, we're working together really to try and help veterans in this area and anywhere that we can. We're working, even though NAVETS as Black veterans, National Association of Black Veterans, we do not restrict any veterans from being a part of NAVETS. Okay, neither does Aces restrict anybody from being a part of Aces. So we are working towards helping and benefiting all. We thank really Lady J and some of the others that try and help us with the support that we're trying to give. So we don't want to really omit her, Dr. Dotson, and others really, okay? We have many out here. Over here at the table over here, I have my Senior Vice Commander, okay? Lydia Ballard. Okay, so we're trying to get things on the move and get them going. So we hope that you will join in to help us, and we also hope and know that you should definitely enjoy the program today. Okay, so I'll talk to you a little later. Right now, I'd like to speak about the gentleman here that has been much help to us. Okay, and we appreciate the fact that he will continue to help. Okay, so let me ask him to come over. Oh, the mic's on? I'm sorry. Okay, now, yeah, I didn't know that his mic was also fired up yet. Okay, but anyway.
Check, one.
Right now, I'd like to present him.
One. Check one.
I'd like to present him really with this little token of our appreciation. And I hope that it will serve him well. And I'd like him to say a few words for us. Yeah, we'd like him to say a few words for us.
Well, thank you. It's a great honor and pleasure to support Aces Museum and Dr. Hankins' work, all her board of directors and volunteers, and especially the veterans and those that have served this country. Again, it's an honor to be a small support to the great work you do. You're an inspiration and a model not just for this neighborhood, this city, but really for the entire country, for the work that you do. So, Dr. Hankins, I appreciate you. We will continue to support Aces Museum and the work and help it stay a critical asset and cornerstone in this community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? Yeah, oh yeah, this one's fired up.
Thank you.
We would like to publicly acknowledge Veterans Commissioner of the City of Philadelphia, Andre McCoy, who was here and had to leave. We did give him his tribute, and we have someone else who's here. Sergeant Patricia Coombs, could you come up here, please? Can we give her a round of applause? She's from the Veterans Multi-Service Center, and we'd like to give you this award and ask you to say a few words. Commander, would you like to introduce her?
Yeah. Okay, I'd like to introduce Sergeant Patricia Combs. Okay, she's from the Multicultural Center downtown. That center really does a lot of things for the vets. Okay, it helps us with housing, it helps us with benefits, it helps us with a lot of things that we need. So we'd like to acknowledge her, and we also would like to thank her and present her with this token of our appreciation. And we'll ask her to say a couple words for us.
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon, I think it is right now. So I'm not much of a speaker, so bear with me. I served in the United States Marine Corps so many years ago. I left at the age of 17 from this very area, so I know Germantown very well. So thank you, Aces, for being a part of this community. After leaving the Marine Corps, I want to say on this day 20 years ago, I was working at Independence Blue Cross, and I worked on the 19th floor. So it really was traumatic to see that unfold on television, and then just see the trauma that was brought to the United States. So I'm going to share this with those who are not here, those that ran toward it, those that just gave their all. You know, we should never forget what wonderful work they did to keep us safe. All right, so let's share this with them. All right, I'll tell you a little bit about the Veterans Multi-Service Center. As was spoken before, it's been in existence for 40 years, and it started out assisting veterans from Vietnam who turned home, who had no assistance when they got back. They didn't have their jobs. Their families went on, you know, we just forgot about them. So the Veterans Multi-Service Center started out helping those folks get connected to their benefits that they so deservedly needed, keep their families together, and then seeing a need that we didn't just want to serve one sector of veterans, we serve all veterans. You come in our door, if you need food, we will give you food. If you need clothing, shelter, we will do that too. We were part of the campaign that was about seeing no homeless veteran, to end homelessness. And while we can't, in reality, end homelessness, we can connect our veterans and their families to those services, to homes, okay? So just remember, we're at 4th and, 213 North 4th Street. We have a logo on the wall, and if we can't help you, we will direct you to those that can help you, to those resources, all right? So thank you so much, Dr. Hankins. I appreciate the acknowledgement, but this is for all our veterans, male and female, all alike. Thank you so much.
Okay, we thank you very much for that. Write down. Okay, we have something else for her. Hold on. Okay.
That's for your work. at the Veterans Multi-Service Center. This is for you as a veteran. Every day is Veterans Day at Aces Museum.
Thank you. I can wear this proudly. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, okay. Okay, right now, yeah. Big one? Yeah, okay. Can we have Ms. McIntyre and Jermaine come up, please? We'd like to say really that this program today was mainly put together by the lady walking up here right now. So we appreciate what she has done. Okay, now I'd like to say also, okay, that her significant other as well as McIntyre's significant other really have passed away. Okay, we have known them for quite a while, and they've been a great assistance to the veterans in their own rights. Okay, as far as really Commander McIntyre, who was commander for the Buffalo Soldiers as well as some other things. Okay, so we like to keep him in remembrance. We like everybody really to, as I guess she's coming up here now, so slow down and thank you. Yes, please. Yes, please. Come on up. Can you stay there? If you want. I was thinking it might be easier for you to stand on the larger surface, but it's up to you. Okay. Now then, Miss McIntyre, we have. Yeah, that's what she was. Oh. Get her over here. I'll stay.
When someone dies and transitions, it's very sad because you lose that person. But you really never do, because the love never dies. And I'm going to sing you a little song. Not that I can sing, but it was given to me by the Spirit to write in honor of my son. So that instead of concentrating on the death, we have the life. And I want to give this gift to you too, and for anyone else in the audience that has lost a person. It called If Only in My Mind. Feel free to join in. All I want is a little bit of sunshine. All I want is a tiny less rain. What I need is to have you be with me. What I want is to see you again. All I want is to see your smile, and all I need is a tiny bit of time. What I want is to have you be with me. It's what I need, if only in my mind.
All right now.
If only in my mind. If only in my mind. I want to have you be with me. If only in my mind. I need to love have you, I want to have you. Only, if only in my mind. If only in my mind. I need to have you with me. If only in my mind. One more time. All I want is a little bit of sunshine. All I want is a tiny less rain. What I need is to have you with me. What I want is to see you again. Come on, help me out here.
Great.
If only in my mind. If only in my mind. Oh, to have you with me. If only in my... I need to love you. Hey, hey, hey. Only, if only in my mind. If only in my mind. I want to have you with me. If only in my mind.
That was Dr. Althea Hankins. Beautiful. Beautiful memorial song.
Thank you, Dr. Hankins. That was so wonderful of you. Let's give her a hand clap because she took her time out to write this song, thinking about her son, thinking about myself, thinking about you, and so many other people that lost their loved ones. They were veterans and never will be forgotten.
Check one.
Amen.
Check.
Ready forward to all the Buffalo soldiers out there, all the veterans. Thank you so much for your service. That song was wonderful, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, how can I back her up? And I'm like, this was fantastic. And the only thing, as she was singing, I'm like, I thought I was the only one who felt this way. And it's like, if only in my mind. And I love it. Thank you all so much. And Dr. Hankins, thank you for everything you do.
Okay, what we're doing once again is presenting these as a token, really, of our appreciation for the helps of all. Okay, now then, I would like to say really that while you're still up here on stage, NAVVETS also has something to present really to the both of you. And we'd like you really to accept this also an appreciation for what you have done for all of us.
Thank you, Commander. That's so touching of you, like always. And we love you. That's Commander with NAVVET. Thank you.
This here is my Senior Vice Commander, Lydia Ballard, and she'll go ahead and present these and also say what she wants to say concerning it.
Okay, this is a resolution of respect for Milton D. McIntyre, whom we are making an honorary member of the National Association for Black Veterans, Philadelphia Chapter 0039. We are today comforted by the words of our Lord in John 14:13, which says, "Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am." Whereas Milton D. McIntyre passed from this life on July 22nd, 2021, and whereas it has pleased Almighty God to take unto himself our brother Milton D. McIntyre, too soon by our measure, but in the providence of the all-knowing and divine. Whereas in God's holy wisdom, he has called home Milton D. McIntyre to dwell with him in the glories of paradise. The officers and members of the National Association for Black Veterans Incorporated Philadelphia chapter number 39, offer their sincere condolences to the family. Your sorrow is our sorrow. Your loss is magnified by the loss of a dear soul from our membership. And whereas, as Americans, it is our national obligation to demonstrate the country's gratitude to those who, in times of war and peace, have faithfully defended our country. Whereas Milton D. McIntyre was an active member in the United States Army with the Army Corps of Engineers in 1957 and Special Forces Green Beret until 1964, receiving an honorable discharge. And whereas the death of Milton D. McIntyre does not diminish the profound benediction of a life lived in such godly service, nor our admiration and affection for Milton D. McIntyre's example. And whereas Milton D. McIntyre faithfully attended God's most urgent admonition to follow the footsteps of the righteous, seek justice in all circumstances, and care for the least among us as if they were the dearest. Whereas Milton D. McIntyre was commander and commandant of the East Coast Regional Chapter of the Resurrected Order of Buffalo Soldiers, and whereas the family and acquaintances of Milton D. McIntyre are deeply saddened of his departure, as are all who were touched by his generous spirit and kindness, along with his legacy and faith and service. Therefore, be it resolved that as the final word at the end of his 84th year chapter in life, the National Association for Black Veterans, Incorporated, Philadelphia Chapter 39, declares its gratitude and praise to God for giving us the opportunity to know one of his outstanding workers, veterans, and leaders. Okay, you guys go. Anyway, it's the end. Okay. Therefore, be it further resolved that we bow to a greater will than our own and rest in the knowledge that one day we will be united with Milton D. McIntyre again in joy and in the fullness of God's mercy. Therefore, Milton D. McIntyre has been recognized and accepted as an honorary member of NAVETS. Therefore, a copy of this resolution will be placed in the archives of the National Association for Black Veterans, Incorporated, as a testimony to the life and achievements of Milton D. McIntyre and to the high esteem in which he has held by his family, friends, and fellow veterans. Done by the order of officers and members of the National Association for Black Veterans, Incorporated, Philadelphia Chapter number 39, on this 11th day of September in the year of our Lord 2021. Submitted by Commander James Douglas, Senior Vice Commander Lydia Ballard, Vice Commander Paul Khalifa Carnegie, and Vice Commander Vanessa Lowry Brown.
We would also like to say that on this, we put a permanent memorial for him on Aces' wall. So could you walk over there with me? Would you like to say something? Okay, let's walk over.
We're going to cross the street. Yeah, come on. Go across the street.
Okay, let's give her a hand. Let's give her a hand. You know, this is a time that we thank you for your support for the loss that has been given to the both of us. Miss Vivian Lewis, are you present? Yeah, mine's yeah, that's fine. I'm at a different time. We need Marcy. Is Marcy around?